everyone. My name is Cole, aka Pirate Pete. It's been a while since I've done a video about updates, so I just kind of wanted to let everyone know what was going on with Pirate Pete and what our plans are. And if you haven't heard kind of the journey, then I'll get into the journey a little bit. So I'll just start from the journey, I guess. So Pirate Pete is named after my dad. The pirate image is kind of drawn from a picture of my dad on Halloween one time. He dressed up as a pirate. I got the name Pirate Pete from my dad. Used to there's a pizza place that we used to like to go to when I was younger, and he could never remember the name of it, and so he just started calling it Pirate Pete. Like, hey, let's go to Pirate Pete's for pizza. So that's where Pirate Pete came from. So July of 2024, I think it was July 2024, I kind of started actually selling cards through Pirate Pete, mostly Star Wars CCG. I had some life changes and that were, I traveled for work, doing IT work, and so I had some lifestyle changes that, or life changes where I didn't want to travel as much. So I started working from home more, and then kind of just started getting into doing card stuff. I got back into cards with COVID, kind of like a lot of people. I was randomly at a garage sale and got a almost master set of Star Wars CCG and an almost master set of Star Trek CCG for a couple $100. It was amazing, and it just got all the feels. So I started selling cards on eBay, and I just had this idea. My wife was very supportive, and so I wanted to do it, and kind of do it as Pirate Pete. I've had so much fun doing this. It's a lot of work. Scanning cards, building a website, inventory. So I've mostly been selling Star Wars CCG and done a little bit of other games. I have a lot of stock of other games, but just done a little bit from people that reach out to me and specifically ask me, hey, do you have this? And I'm like, yeah. So one of the things that, so I actually bought, when I got kind of a master set. It was, I'd say master set. It was basically sets through Death Star 2 from the garage sale. And they weren't in great condition. They were kind of, played condition. And so I wanted to get an actual Black Border master set, one of each card. I didn't really have any intentions of playing. I just wanted to have binders with the cards. So I got on eBay, like a lot of people do, and at that point, eBay was overwhelming for me. I hadn't shopped on eBay. I'd sold some stuff randomly, on an account I don't even have anymore, 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, geez. So I purchased a Black Border non-foiled, non-AI master set from somebody. They were the cheapest person, and I got it. It came in a large flat rate box. The majority of the cards did not have sleeves on them. It was rough. So I remember I spent a couple of days doing inventory, or I don't remember, like 5 or 6 days, like inventorying. It was overwhelming for me to get a checklist and go through, make sure I had every card. And again, new to eBay, I didn't realize I had 3 days. So that ended up being from the person I will not name, I guess, but he's very infamous and everybody should know who it's from. Um, and I regret the purchase. There was a lot of cards missing. There were cards that were just bent in half from being shoved in a large flat rate box. And now knowing that person and how it went, I imagine they did that on purpose because it was just damaged cards they had, anyways, and they were just going to try to hope that it was a insurance refund that they could get. So also it included a indoor foil set. That was the only foils that I got, and they were square cut, like he had cut them from a sheet. Bought the $50 foil sheet, and the for the ultra rares. So got in contact with eBay, and so he was like, yeah, I'll there was stuff damaged, send them back to me, and I'll send you some new ones. So I sent them back to him, and I hadn't filed anything with eBay yet. So I sent them to him, and he sent us literally the same exact cards right back to me. He did tracking and stuff, just very doing his due diligence. So I fought with eBay, and surprisingly, I actually got a refund of the cards that were missing and or damaged. So I ended up okay on it. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible experience, though. I was almost done. I was just pretty much done, and I I don't know. I think that was part of the reason why I wanted to do this. Is number one, I enjoy it, but I enjoy kind of the branding stuff. I enjoy making people happy. So you know, I wanted to, and that was even before I knew about Category One. But I wanted to have one place for Star Wars CCG that everybody could go to and get what they needed. And there's been a lot of challenges with it, but I've a lot of time spent doing the everything that's required of it. But trying to juggle. I have a 16-month-old baby now. Trying to juggle baby and family life and work life has been very, very difficult. But it's been very enjoyable, and I intend to keep doing it. So part of my plans for Pirate Pete is, so I don't know if you can see, I have this whole wall back here with their BCW card catalogs, and then I have a lot of Star Wars CCG, Star Trek CCG. I have roughly a master set of Young Jedi, Rage, X Files, Star Trek CCG, minimal Lord of the Rings, Jihad, got a decent amount of Conan the Barbarian, a little bit of Harry Potter. But my intentions are to carry as many CCGs as I can. It's my son is 8, and he's been starting to play. I've been trying to teach him some Star Wars CCG, and he's starting. He's starting to really be able to read. That helps a lot playing games. But it's something that he and I can do, and I've really enjoyed it, and we've I've moved into this office space instead of my office home, or my home office. It's been I had a booth at a local vintage toy store, and I ended up getting rid of that and paying for an office space with that, and the place at Gamblett's Toy Box in Oklahoma, or Bethany, if you're ever in Oklahoma. It's a really cool place, but it just it's dead CCGs are very niche, so you need a very wide audience. And I've gotten the booth thing was very awesome. I made a lot of new contacts with that because people would walk by and see. I remember somebody that actually is in the Star Trek CCG group, but um, I kind of got hooked up with them because they just happened to be in the toy store and saw packs, and it made their day, made their week, just being able to see dead CCG. And that's where, like when I've been out and I run across some dead CCG stuff, it just like it feels like you found treasure. Sometimes it's even way, overpriced, or it's just junk, but like, you know, it just, you don't see that stuff anymore. And we're very nostalgic about it. We love it. And, it just hits us in the feels, and I want for my kids to have, which I know other things can take that place, but I want them to kind of have the same feelings I had. And I really enjoyed the cards, and the community of Star Wars CCG, Star Trek CCG, Lord of the Rings, like just so many in the Dead CCG group, so many people that I've met have just been awesome, awesome people. And that's, it just, I think that's what gaming is about, is the community. And I will say, I do sell sports cards also, not nearly as much, but the community, I know there are some people that are very jaded about the Dead CCG type community, especially, I could have just quit after my terrible eBay experience, and I would have been very jaded. But I feel like the Dead CCG community is so much less toxic, which I got into Pokemon for my son a little bit. It just the the Dead CCG people are, that community is just so awesome. And there's just not a whole lot of because we're at, a lot of the people are in it for the games, for the fun, for the love of it. There's, not everybody is just out there trying to, go buy a booster box at Walmart or something, or booster something at Walmart, and then turn around and flip it for 3 times as much and don't even know what's in the set or something. So the community has been really awesome. I've really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to be updating the website and updating the inventory with tons and tons of singles for X-Files, Rage. I'm going to probably start with Star Trek. Probably going to try to get up Star Trek, then X-Files, then Rage, and then go back and revamp some of my Star Wars stuff. So currently, right now, I only sell rares, but I don't know, I think I have 1,000,000 Star Wars CCG cards, and some local guys have been helping me sort them. So I'm going to start getting those, the commons and uncommons, onto the website also. So, because I know there's tons of commons and uncommons that are 10 cents, 15 cents that are just good, or people need to finish a couple sets, or that they open up their binder and they realize there's a crease through this common, or so I just want to, but that's just doing the rares was able to get me going. So that's my long-term plan with that. What else? I don't know. I've been rambling on a while. Oh, so like eventually, I don't know if I have anything. So I have a ton of sets that I need to get updated also. So like I've just started boxing up these sets. This is a Cloud City set for Star Wars CCG, a Reflection set. So I'm going to get commons and update my inventory for Star Wars CCG, get common and uncommon sets up on the website, get the common and uncommon singles up on the website, and I don't know, let me grab this real quick because I just think it's really cool. So I had these cards made up. I don't know how well they're going to show up. So, and I want to thank Anthony Fasano for doing the art on these. He did the front and back. So this is a Star Wars CCG character, and then ship, and then did the back. But I just, it was a pleasure working with him, and I really enjoyed the cards. And they're just awesome. The art's awesome on it. So, and then I've kind of got these. Eventually, I'm getting. I need to update these prices. He's been in here a while, but I've got these ready to go for. I don't know if you can see them in the. I've got a case over there for the, or cases over there for shows. So I might. There's a Rebel Scum Con down in Dallas, August of 2026 that I'm trying to make happen. What else? I don't know. I guess I'll just end it there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. I'm going to keep trying to put out content, just, opening packs or me packaging up orders. Just because I know when I got back into it, there was so little content on YouTube, and I wanted anything, and so just some of my packaging up videos are kind of, I don't know, they may be pointless or dumb, but it doesn't take me very much time to do it. I've got to package stuff up anyways. So, anyways, I hope everybody had happy holidays and have a great 2026, and thank you very much.